What's up, folks? How you doing? Welcome back, Football Digest, episode number 20. We're in episode number 20 already, and we are in game week 11. Wow, this is going to be a long ass season. So, as usual, I just want to check out what was happening over the weekend in terms of matters football. And of course, we had plenty of action on Saturday in the English Premier League. We had some few interesting games on Sunday. Today we also have another game, but that's a story for another day. Let's look on what was happening on Saturday. I think the first game was between Bournemouth and Manchester United. And Manchester United were coming on this game after beating... Which team did they beat last weekend? They won. And I recall saying I recall asking actually, is this just another win under their wings, or just to make people forget about how bad they've been, or are they going to build upon it? And they will have to build upon it and build upon the Bournemouth win, with also the win the win they had last weekend versus Everton. Yes, so they have to build upon that, because on Sunday, man, their moment of reckoning. You recall like how Arsenal playing Liverpool this weekend was our moment of reckoning. This will be the moment of reckoning for Manchester United. And trust you me, they may have won against Everton, they may have won against Bournemouth, but going away to Manchester City is definitely something different. And don't forget, Manchester United will be on Wednesday playing against Juventus in Turin. As they do that, Manchester City will be playing at home versus Shakhtar Donetsk, a team they beat 3-0 at Shakhtar in Ukraine, I think. So it's going to be very different. It's going to be very interesting to see how exactly this one is going to go down. Two big-ass games for Manchester United. And you might think, all right, so in the Champions League, they might struggle because this is Juventus, they're playing at home. And of course, Juve, there's no way they want to get a nail. Absolutely no way. So they might lose that one. But losing in the Manchester derby, oof, that would be huge. That would be huge. And recall, we have guys like Lukaku, who has been absolutely out of form, seriously out of form. So it's going to be interesting to see how exactly is he going to feature in the next two games, or is he actually going to be left on the bench? I don't think he even featured anywhere in the last game week. On Saturday, at a bench, I think. I'm not sure. I'm not a Manchester United fan, so I may not be privy to that. But it's going to be interesting to see how exactly they cope with playing in Turin and coming back to play the Manchester derby. And if they lose that derby, they will get really ugly. It will get really ugly for them in the English Premier League. It's gonna be really bad. But it's gonna be interesting to see how exactly they're gonna bounce back with that, or they're gonna cope with that. I've been trolling some few Manchester United fans today on internet, and it's been absolute fun. So I'm waiting to see how exactly they're going to deal, because it's like a tsunami, man. It's like a tsunami. You can't go away to play Juventus in Turin, then come back to go and play at Etihad. That is criminal. It is criminal. So it's going to be interesting to see how exactly Manchester United are going to cope with that. Also on Saturday, we had Arsenal playing Liverpool, another interesting game. And of course, people are saying this is going to be the huge acid test for Arsenal, because they've been saying like, all right, so you've been having a great run where you've won 11 games in a row, but in those 11 games, you have not come across any big team. So this is actually going to be the test of how big you have grown. And we did actually show that we have actually grown, because drawing against Liverpool, and if you look at that game, by the way, we should have won that game. We should have. We were the better team, honestly speaking. We had Liverpool on the ropes. I don't recall watching Liverpool being on the ropes this season anywhere. So putting them on the ropes was definitely interesting. And for me, I feel like I feel hard done, to be honest, because I expected out of how we played, we might get like 3 points, but we didn't. We still have some few nitty-gritties to iron out. We're still a team in transition, so we can't get quickly excited about everything and thinking we'll be perfect. But it was a nice gameplay. For those guys who are thinking like Arsenal is going to be walloped by Liverpool, or Arsenal has been playing against small teams, or against a big team like Liverpool, they're going to get beat. You got your lesson. And of course, some people might now go and say, oh, Liverpool this, oh, Liverpool that. This was a strong ass Liverpool side, and we put them on the ropes. We did put them on the ropes. So it's gonna be interesting moving forward to see how exactly we bounce back as a team. Actually bounce back from what? We haven't lost in 14 games, so we ain't bouncing back from nothing. So I'm moving forward because, of course, this Thursday we have Sporting Lisbon coming over to Emirates Stadium. Then I think also we shall be hosting Wolves that weekend on Sunday. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting weekend for us, but I don't expect nothing less than wins in those two games. So it's gonna be very interesting. As for Liverpool, they go to Red Star Belgrade. That's what they're gonna be playing, I think, on Tuesday. Yes, tomorrow. So it's gonna be. You can watch that out for Liverpool fans and see the Champions League fixture for them. I don't expect anything less than a win for Liverpool, to be honest. And of course, next weekend they play. Which team are they playing next weekend? Okay, I'm not privy to that. I'm not privy. So that was the action that was happening on Saturday. On Sunday, we had Manchester City versus Soton. Man, and they did display. They're undoubtedly, by the way, the best team in the country, the best team in England. And yeah, if they continue playing the way they're doing, they might walk away with the league again. They are definitely right now unbeatable, to be honest. I watched them play against Tottenham. I watched them play against Southampton. Man, I was saying, man, me Man City, mi sijui nani atapiga hao majamaa, man. So wako fiti. They are, honestly speaking, it's a good side. They are honestly good. I don't know like who the hell is going to beat those guys, because they need to be stopped. They need to be stopped. And of course, they're also playing this week, I think on Tuesday or Wednesday against Shakhtar Donetsk. Like I said, they put 5 past Southampton. And I gotta say, by the way, Benjamin Mendy particularly struck me as a guy who was having a very bad game. And he's been having quite a number of bad games. Even the previous game, he was not that brilliant against Tottenham. He had quite a number of poor touches or lack of concentration in the games. So yeah, moving forward, that is something he better iron out, or else, he might be kicked in the bench. And hanipatii points kwa Fantasy Premier League. Jesus Christ, I need those points like crazy. Yeah, na Laporte aliniangusha sana by the jana, but that's the story for another day. Then of course we also had Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. Again, there was, of course, it's a derby, London derby, and it was definitely going to be interesting. Chelsea walking away 3-1 winners. Morata banging a brace, and I recall telling a Chelsea guy, like, yo, Morata nika amerudi kuanza kufunga mabao au nini? And I was thinking like I should get that guy to my Premier League fantasy team. And yeah, I will do that. One guy who, however, struck me as a guy who's totally letting me down back to back in the Fantasy Premier League is Harry Kane. Mr. Boy anataka nini? Sijui boy, and I'm honestly speaking, I'm a tad afraid of getting rid of him. Alafu akuje kufunga mabao. I'm a tad afraid of that. I will have to take maybe the high risk and just get rid of him, just like Pogba, who's not helping me in any way. But that is something I'm going to have to consider. The Fantasy Premier League was definitely awesome this week for me. I have 63 points. And we have, of course, the Huddersfield versus Fulham game, but it's coming up, I think, in an hour or so. So it's going to be interesting to see if Mitrovic, who has been absolutely pathetic for the last couple of game weeks, if he's going to put in a shift in today and help Fulham win, because they have been absolutely poor. They have soaked in, I think, the most number of goals in the Premier League so far. 28 or something. So that is definitely something they need to correct moving forward, or else they're going to be finding themselves in a battle of relegation. So that is something they need to iron out. Huddersfield also, I don't think they have actually won any game this season. They have not even won at home. They have not even scored even a single goal at home. So definitely this one is going to be interesting, and I honestly hope Mitrovic at a bang my bow, because I need those goddamn points. All right, the guy who had the highest points overall so far in our league had 93 points. Globally, the guy with the highest points had 147 points in the Fantasy Premier League. 2 points on top of the guy who had the most number of points last game week. So yeah, it's getting more and more interesting. Like I always say, the football Fantasy Premier League is a long road. You don't want to get excited after 10 game weeks. We have 38 game weeks in total. So if you're at 11, we have like 27 more game weeks to go. More than double of what we have already played. So You don't need to get too excited. Just make sure you're consistent. Check your teams right, and of course, know exactly which games are being played, and you can check on previous fixtures. How is the form of the team? Some of those stuff. Those are some of the stuff which I feel actually like I should dedicate a day where we can be coming sitting down with a couple of guys and actually looking like how exactly has this game week been compared to the last game week, looking forward to the next game week, which are the guys we should get to looking forward to and putting in our teams. Such kind of talk is something that I feel like we should focus more moving forward. But like I said, we have 27 more game weeks to go, so yes, somewhere along the way we'll introduce that and we can see exactly how we can move forward and get you people more enlightened. All right, like I always say, you can join us on Facebook. Football Digest Facebook group is our group. Be growing. You can also check us out on YouTube, Football Digest KE. I will repeat this. From January next year, we're gonna be moving all the way to YouTube. All right, maybe we're gonna be having one day in the week where we can be coming live on Facebook and just having normal talk and chit chatting and checking on what's happening. But most of our broadcasts and most of our videos will be on YouTube. So get acquainted to it. Just go to YouTube, check out Football Digest KE. That's our YouTube channel. Subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can be knowing exactly when we have something new. Maybe you can be going even live on YouTube because it's possible, so yeah, you need to keep that in mind. All right, thank you so much for watching. That's all I have to talk about. Nothing happening really much in other leagues. That's why I'm not talking about it. Like in Syria, we didn't have big games, but next weekend is gonna be huge. You have AC Milan versus Juventus. In La Liga also nothing much happening. Bundesliga the same, only that Borussia Dortmund they are untouchable right now. Then they are unbeaten so far. So very much interesting league there, because we are used to Bayern Munich and now they are actually 4 points behind Borussia Dortmund. So it's very interesting over there. That's all I have to talk about. What was your highlight of the weekend? Mine, for me, definitely has to be the Arsenal versus Liverpool game and Lacazette's goal. Oh, good Lord. That goal was brilliant. I absolutely loved it. And I love that game, not just because I'm an Arsenal fan, but more because people thought Arsenal would get beat, and people thought and kept saying that Arsenal has been playing small teams in the run that they have been having, and once they meet a big team, they're going to crash. And we met a big team and we almost crashed it. All right, so what was your highlight of the weekend? You can share with me on the comment section. Let us know and tell us what you're looking forward to in the coming week. Of course, the Champions League fixture, Juventus versus Manchester United. And of course, in the coming weekend, it's going to be having some fantastic games. Then we go to the international break. So it's going to be very interesting. All right, tell us what is your highlight of the weekend. What are you looking forward to this week? And you can get to interact. All right, thank you so much. Have a good night. Have a good day. And